Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Previously, we were able to ID the shooter as being a person in a red raincoat, thanks to some photos taken by one K. Faraday. And we found the coat, and found reason to believe that the shooter's left arm was wounded, because there was bloodstains inside it. And that brings us to this. This suspect picked out of the crowd, and I recognize him as Shelly D. Killer, the assassin for hire from the second Ace Attorney game, so odds are pretty good that this guy did it. But first we need to prove that, so let's cross-examine him. I understand that the person in the raincoat is suspicious. So you admit that the person in the red raincoat is suspicious? Yes, I have been watching your investigation from the audience seating. An assassin, how dreadful. However, that doesn't mean that he was injured. I don't suppose you have proof? I do! What if I had evidence to prove that he was injured? You certainly seem confident. I expected no less of you, Mr. Prosecutor. You know of me. It's because you're famous, sir. Maybe he read about you in the newspaper. I have been observing your investigation. This man is clearly suspicious. If I expose his lies, I should be able to uncover the assassin's true identity. Clearly, my left arm is injured, but I can still use my right arm. That looks quite severe. When did you suffer that injury? A short while ago. That's it? Even preparing a single ice cream cone is now a difficult task. Due to the injury, I could not hold an umbrella with my left hand. When it was raining, I used an umbrella. I have no need for a raincoat. From what I can see, you don't seem to be carrying an umbrella. I'm sure you're well aware that the rain stopped just before the incident occurred. I do remember, afterwards, the number of spectators swelled. It hasn't even been an hour since then. Are you saying you lost it in only a matter of minutes? Yes, exactly. Having your umbrella stolen in that crowd wouldn't have taken more than that, would it? He has a point, but... The fact is, I had an umbrella when it was raining. I guess it'd be inevitable to lose an umbrella in the panic, sir. Do you also intend to say it was inevitable his wound just happened to open? So then, it wasn't? All we know is, the assassin's left arm is injured. Mr. Doe has such an injury, his left arm is even bleeding. Very suspicious, sir. The problem is, how to link this fact to Mr. Doe. I should use the R button to open up the organizer and review the evidence. I do have proof that the assassin was injured. The coat. With blood on it. Well, actually we don't know if it's blood. For all we know, the thing that's in his cast might be some cherry mixture that he's like squeezing or something, I don't know. Mr. Doe, you seem to be a very cautious person. However, today seems to be different, because you left this behind. You must be mistaken. That does not belong to me. Or perhaps you have evidence that proves otherwise. Mr. Doe, is your injury all right? The wound seems to have opened. Indeed, it is quite troublesome. Yes, I'm sure it is. You have my deepest sympathies. After all, you would have escaped had your wounds not opened up. What do you mean? There is no mistaking that the one who wore this raincoat was injured, and I can prove that person was you. With this. Oh, that's so good. The ice cream's melting, but it looks like it's sweating. That's good. Ooh. Bit of saxophone? Ooh. Yeah. On the inside of this raincoat, there's a small blood stain. It's the blood of the assassin. That's so good. Attacking the president is a serious crime, pal. It'll cause an international incident. No matter how long you keep silent, your true nature will soon come to light. A blood test will settle this. The blood from the raincoat and the blood from your bandaged arm. I have all the evidence I need. Why don't you just admit it? You're the assassin who attacked the president. I am not the assassin. You don't know when to give up. If this was a game of chess, you would have been checkmated a long time ago. That's not even that clever. Admit your defeat gracefully. He seems completely unfazed. I suppose I have no choice. I'll admit it. Indeed, the raincoat is mine. He confessed, sir. Arrest him. Arrest him. However, that does not mean I shot the president. What's that, pal? Prosecutor Edgeworth. All you have proven is that I wore the raincoat. What sort of crime is that? I am no assassin. I'm just a simple ice cream salesman. All I did was put on that red raincoat and listen to the president's speech. It surprised me to see the bodyguards take action just before the gunshot rang out. Everyone in the audience immediately tried to escape, creating a state of panic. Are you satisfied this time? His story's getting fishier by the minute. He's really suspicious. Glaring at me won't help. We've got evidence. Here, look at this guy in the red raincoat. That's gotta be the assassin. I see. That is certainly not me. What? Prosecutor Edgeworth, please consider this carefully. Was I really the only one who wore a red raincoat? Whether he was or not, the person in the photo can only be Mr. Doe. But why? This man's self-confidence and intensity. I am no assassin. I'm just a simple ice cream salesman. As an ice cream salesman, you must know quite a bit about ice cream. But of course, ask me anything you wish. Curses! I don't know anything about ice cream. What's the most important thing about making ice cream? Mr. Edgeworth? The most important thing about making ice cream is honor. Honor. To make ice cream. Without honor, ice cream is nothing more than sweet ice. Do you understand? I am just a simple ice cream salesman. All I did was put on that red raincoat and listen to the president's speech. Why did you use a raincoat instead of an umbrella? Is it strange to wear a raincoat on a rainy day? It's strange to purposely wear a raincoat when you can't get your arm into it. If both my hands were occupied, I wouldn't be able to serve ice cream. Why didn't you mention that in your testimony earlier? I'm terribly sorry, it must have slipped my mind. After all, I had just gone through all that. All that? The shooting of the president, of course. It surprised me to see the bodyguards take action just before the gunshot rang out. So the bodyguards reacted before the gunshot went off. Yes, the bodyguards moved first. The one on the left side of the stage in particular. You saw it all quite clearly. I have good eyesight. The names are written on the upper left of the security plan. The bodyguard on the left side would be Mr. Rook. That is correct. A Mr. Ethan Rook, I believe. How would he know? How would Doe know this? Why would he be on the first name basis with this guy? What the hell? Perhaps he noticed the light from the laser pointer. That man is no ordinary individual. From their actions, I don't believe that the bodyguards were amateurs. This man isn't an ordinary individual either. Please add that statement to your testimony. As you wish. The man on the left side of the stage was exceptionally quick. Mr. Ethan Rook, as I recall. But they swapped at some point. So the bodyguard on the left was faster. He reacted in just an instant. His response time was superb. I believe his name was Ethan Rook. I see, he had plenty of time to react. Not necessarily. His expression never changes. Everyone in the audience immediately tried to escape, creating a state of panic. But you yourself did not run. No, I did not. Aha! What were you doing then? Amidst the panic, someone gave my wound a big wallop. I was in terrible pain. I felt like sparks would shoot out of my eyes. But in reality, no sparks came out. Sparks don't come out of people's eyes, Kay. The person who wore the red raincoat is the assassin. That's very clear from the photo. However, Mr. Doe is saying that person wasn't him. That's just some story he made up, sir. Rip off his disguise, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. In any case, I need to start exposing his lies. That's right. In order to do that, we should press him for more details. Yeah, as is the case in like every game, if pressing reveals a new testimony, that means it's the thing in question here. The man on the left side was Rook. That must be false. Can I check the first photo? They're really... Rook takes Knightley's place. Is that what the graphic is showing right now? That Rook is already where Knightley is? Is there anything about what Rook's speed would be? Two gunshots. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but if I say that no, there were two gunshots, then Rook was slow. But the question is, what would proving that, if it were something I could prove, even do for me? I think we just go with this. Okay, good. I was overthinking it, yeah. But this is a tutorial case. Nothing's gonna be crazy like that yet. It seems you aren't just a simple ice cream salesman after all. You think too highly of me, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Why would a simple ice cream salesman know the name of the president's bodyguard? The name of the bodyguard? Surely you jest. Didn't you say their names just a moment ago? Mr. Knightley and Mr. Rook, correct? This is a diagram of the security plans. We learned their names from this. However, please look. Only their surnames are written here. You distinctly said Ethan Rook. How did you know his full name when we did not? That's pretty weird, sir. Why do you know his name? Explain yourself. That was merely a slip of the tongue. It's true. This guy is the assassin. Oh, now that ice cream's getting angry. Young lady, you're being a little hasty. The reason I knew his name is quite simple. What? I am an acquaintance of Mr. Rook's. What? He and I have a bit of a connection. His is a name that I will never forget. Mr. Edgeworth, he's just telling a big fat lie. This is not a lie. I am just a simple ice cream salesman. And an acquaintance of Ethan Rook's. In that case, let's just ask Rook himself about this. Whether or not he's acquainted with this dubious ice cream salesman. As you wish. However, that may prove difficult now. He is currently busy with the President's security, after all. Besides, even if I am not an acquaintance of Mr. Rook's, does that prove that I fired the gun? If you aren't the assassin, then why did you remove your raincoat? It was a little hot, and the rain had stopped. I wanted to air out the wound. Is there a problem with that? I just can't seem to corner him. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing? Hurry up and arrest him. That man's so suspicious I'd even arrest him myself. Arrest him without evidence? How could I do such a thing? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Can't you do something? Breaking news! The colonel is on the verge of escaping the prosecutor. Oh dear. They're already treating me like a criminal. I understand. Since I've been suspected this far, it seems I will have to tell the truth. The truth? What is he up to? I saw another person wearing a red hood. What? What? Surely that was the person who was in the photo. I first noticed him right before the speech when it was still raining. He caught my eye because his raincoat was the same color as mine. In his hand, I saw a laser pointer with a light aimed directly at the president. It can't be. There was another person wearing a red hood? I knew that if I wore the red raincoat, I'd be mistaken for the assassin. That is why I took off the raincoat.
Objection!
You saw an assassin wearing the same color hood as yours. Wouldn't that be a nice coincidence? That's what I expected you would say, which is why I did not testify as such. Prosecutors and the police are a suspicious lot. I knew that nobody would believe me. At the moment of the incident, the assassin was very close to the prosecutor. Prosecutor? I only arrived after the incident. Not you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. That prosecutor over there.
Huh? Me?
Yes, you should be visible in that photo. Here, right in front of the person in the red hood.
That's me, all right. What's your point?
What's this man driving at? I have been observing your investigation this entire time, Prosecutor Edgeworth, and I have noticed something strange. Something strange. It seems you still haven't noticed this contradiction yet. A contradiction? In this photo, the people who can be seen are the chief, Mr. Payne, and the assassin. I don't see anything strange. Please think back carefully about the circumstances during the president's speech. I believe you are holding the evidence that contradicts this photo. Oh. Huh? Well, the bullet's trajectory is dead on. That's exactly where he should be standing. That's in the left crowd from the podium. That's absolutely where the bullet could have been fired from. Right? Yeah, no, that's perfect. Huh. Nothing there. Is it the revolver? Is it that there's no revolver visible? Let's look at the other photos. I'm kind of confused. What's going on here? What is the contradiction? The orientation of the guards is correct. Huh. Maybe it really is just that there's no revolver visible.
Take that!
No, not that. Honestly, I'm not sure, but I'll present this.
Mr. Edgeworth, is it really okay to present evidence you're not sure about?
In times like this, maybe you should hold back, sir. Yes, that's right. I didn't mean to go this far. It's a shame, but you should just accept your mistake and try again. Not good. The photo shows the chief, Mr. Payne, and the person in the red hood. And this was taken during the president's speech. I should think this over. Well, if I look at the transcript of the recorder... The president raises his fist in the air. So this photo was taken seconds before the two gunshots. So that's a gun being brought to bear, ready to fire. What? I don't understand what the contradiction could even be. What's wrong here? Is it the trajectory? Is it like unfeasible that the shooter could shoot the balloons? No, that doesn't... Is it the hood of the coat? Something on the back of the hood? I mean, that's mud, but that was made afterwards. Let's examine. It's brilliant bright red. Just looking at it makes me want to charge at it. Like in a bullfight. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything to do with the hood. I'm gonna feel like an idiot when I figure this out, right? Okay, the trajectory?
Take that!
No! What the hell? Oh my god, I am an idiot. Nicole is not in this photograph. How could she have recorded Payne and the chief?
Take that!
It can't be. There's a contradiction between the photo and the tape. It seems you've noticed. Mr. Edgeworth, what's going on? There's a person missing from this photograph. Huh? Who is it? Yes, it's rather strange. Someone who should be there, but is not. The person who should be in this photo is Nicole Swift.
Take that!
Huh? Miss Swift? Why would you say that? Mr. Payne's voice was recorded on Miss Swift's tape. He was whispering quietly with the chief prosecutor. Those are from the folks standing in front of me. I reckon it was two older men. They kept on whispering to each other. It seems Miss Swift was near Mr. Payne when she recorded the speech. Oh, but she isn't anywhere in this photo. That is correct. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, who is the one you should be pursuing? Nicole Swift, would you mind giving us your testimony? Come on, it feels weird when you talk all formal like that. It's fine, I ain't got nothing to hide. Was she in the red coat? Dude, if it turns out Shelley is a huge red herring, I'm gonna lose it. It ain't like I stayed in one spot while I was recording. I was moving around the audience area, shuffling here and there. I reckon this picture must have been snapped at a different time to my tape recording. So quit making that scary face. It ain't what you think. Miss Swift's tape recorded a conversation between my colleagues, Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor. Why would Nicole be lying? That would mean...
It'd mean Nicole Swift is the assassin, pal.
Y'all gotta be kidding me. I ain't done nothing like that. Be that as it may, however, there is a contradiction in your testimony. I don't reckon so. No, sir. It appears I must reveal this contradiction with evidence. I think it's what I pointed out earlier. The president's fist was raised high in the air. That's what happened in the photo directly before it was shot. It ain't like I stayed in one spot while I was recording. You were moving around while you were recording. Why were you doing that? What do you mean, why? Surely, when recording a speech, it is best to remain still. That's... well, you know the importance of covering a story from every angle. I wanted to convey the living, breathing event in print. Yes, sirree, you betcha. If you were moving around, I doubt your tape would have picked up anything coherent. Well, it's like I done said. I was moving around the audience area, shuffling here and there. Here and there? Could you be more specific, such as the side you were on? When I say here and there, it means just that. I was all about the place. You couldn't swing a dead cat in that crowd. You expect me to remember where I was? Could you at least remember if it was the left or right side? Left, I reckon? The person in the photo is also on the left side. Is this just a coincidence? I reckon this picture must have been snapped at a different time to my tape recording. So you're saying it is logical that you can't be seen in the photo? Yep, I was near that prosecutor when his voice got recorded. But I reckon this picture must have been taken when I was far away, no doubt about it. Ain't nothing wrong here, far as I can see. So you're saying the photo and the recording were taken at different times? Darn tootin'. It ain't about the equipment, it's all about the timing. What if they were both taken at the same time? If I can prove that, her entire testimony will collapse. So quit making that scary face, it ain't what you think. A scary face? The way I speak to others is not intended to come across as intimidating. Then why don't you try relaxing a bit more? You make that face when you put all that tension in your brow. No matter what you do, you always do it with a smile. Don't you agree? I am searching for the criminal who attacked the president. This is no laughing matter, said the prosecutor with a grin on his chin like the Cheshire cat. Cheshire cat? Cheshire cat, end quote. Yeah, I misread that. What frumious nonsense. I should show her what a real scary face looks like. Nicole seems rather aloof about all this. Still, she just doesn't seem like the kind of person to tell harmful lies. That's a lot of bullshit. I agree that she doesn't seem like a person with ill intent, but if that's the case, there must be something even worse troubling her. Oh my god. Nicole said earlier that her parka that she's wearing is reversible. She can turn it inside out. Hey guys, what do you want to bet the color of the inside of her coat right now is red? Oh boy. In any case, Miss Swift's movements have been recorded on that tape. Surely I have evidence that sheds some light on this. Right. A different time? No, sir. The events are in the tape.
Objection!
Miss Swift, a reporter shouldn't lie.
I ain't lying. I'm an honest journalist.
Perhaps, but there is no denying that the photo and the recording were taken at the same time.
That's so? And what makes you say that?
The truth lies in these photos. This photo could only have been taken at the same time as your recording. Which spot shows that this was taken at the same time as the recording?
Take that!
Can you see the president with his fist raised in the air?
What about it?
Miss Swift, might we hear your tape one more time?
Nuh-uh, you ain't gonna hear a word, way you been treating me.
Would you rather we charge you with obstruction of justice and seize it from you?
Fine, you win. I'm no match for you, Mr. Prosecutor.
The question is, during which part of his speech did the president raise his fist? No matter what sort of heinous criminal organization there is, I will not allow them to exist.
The president raises his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling to a fever pitch.
Ah, raises his fist straight from the horse's mouth, sir. This tape was recorded at the moment the president raised his fist overhead.
Then that means... Nicole not being in this photo is really strange.
Oh, but she is in the photo. Right here. The person in the red hood. It was you, Nicole Swift.
Ah!
Wow. The trap clapped shut. You're the real assassin, aren't you, pal?
That ain't so. I ain't never worn that red raincoat.
This red raincoat in question belongs to... John Doe? 'Cause how else could the blood be in there? No, I think I'm going in on it. I think her hoodie is reversible. I think it's this. The person in the red hood is Miss Swift, and so the owner of the raincoat must be Miss Swift. It can only be you. Ah, but does that young lady have an injury, I wonder? What do you mean, pal? Have you forgotten about the bloodstain in the raincoat? Oh. When the game said, this coat must belong to you, I thought it was the one in the photo, not the one stuffed under the... Oh. He's right. The right sleeve with the button torn off was stained with blood. It's John Doe. The raincoat's owner is Mr. Doe. That much has been proven. You are wearing something else, a different red hood. You mean there were two red hoodies, sir? Mr. Doe's last testimony was true.
But we didn't find any other red raincoats.
What Mr. Doe saw was a red hood, not a raincoat. Miss Swift, What was it you told us earlier about your parka?
Huh? Oh, you mean when I said I ain't worried about it getting all dirty? It's reversible, so all I gotta do is turn it inside out. Oh!
As I thought.
Mr. Edgeworth, the inside of her parka is red.
Wait, was that visible on the profile? Hold on. Son of a gun, it was. Wow. Indeed, and during the incident, she was using that side. What? Hey, pal, what's the big idea?
You're wrong. I've been wearing it like this the whole day.
Well then, will you allow me to examine your parka?
Well, what are you expecting to find?
We know it was raining prior to the president's speech. I believe you said earlier.
Well, I don't use raincoats or umbrellas. Come rain or snow, all I need is my trusty parka.
If you really didn't turn your parka inside out, then the inside should be dry.
Hang on a minute. I ain't taking off this heavy backpack and putting it back on again. Sorry, but can we do this another time?
You think you can fool Mr. Edgeworth with that, pal? Alright then, pal. If we're really wrong, prove it. Show us the inside of the parka.
It wasn't me. I ain't no assassin.
Miss Swift, if you want me to believe that, then you need to cooperate with us. Will you please tell us why you wore the red side of the parka?
I'm sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I had my reasons. Honest. I'll tell y'all everything. Just quit bullying me.
Whose voice was that? Hold on a sec, it's a little too early for the end game. Knightley. Yeah, his design seemed way too important for just some nameless security man. Huh. Hey, you in the fancy suit. Haven't you been jumping the gun ever since your opening move? This man was in Kay's photo. Well, guess I should introduce myself first. My name is... Revolver Ocelot? Horace Knightley, the president's bodyguard. Horace. Horse race. Horse race Knightley. Oh! Oh, God. Okay. Oh, jeez. Second in command of his personal security unit.
How?
Oh, watch it, pal. That's not a toy. Well, my bad. She just wants to come out and play. I can't seem to help it. Why do you have a gun if you're not a police officer? She's a lady of Genfa. Only the president's bodyguards are authorized to use it. Anyway, back to business. I've got some news for you. There's good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? It makes no difference to me. Do as you wish. This guy's awfully skilled with a revolver. Just saying. You sure? I'm giving you the first move. Alright, I got you. I'll start with my pawn. It seems you enjoy chess. You play too, Mr. Fancy Suit? It's Edgeworth, and I do have a fondness for chess. Is that so? Well then, Chess Master Edgeworth, I'll start with the good news. The president's safe, not even a scratch on him. Really? That's great, pal. It seems that the young lady was not a murderer after all. Wow. Huh. Good for you, Nicole. But I... Whoa there. Don't forget there's still the bad news. The president is safe because his bodyguards protected him. Actually, I had nothing to do with it. It was the leader who protected him. At the cost of his own life. That would be the other bodyguard. Rook, was it? Yeah, that's right. Rook died to protect the president. What? Is that so? Rook is dead. What a shame. That means... Nicole... It means that the little lady killed him. My brother in arms. That ain't true. I ain't a murderer. Whoa there. Pipe down, little Miss Murderer. Jeez, even if we had to make a sacrifice to protect the king. It was a pretty bad move, that castling. Sacrifices and castles? What's he talking about, sir? They're all chess terms. He's saying Rook's life was exchanged for the president's. This guy sure talks funny, sir. Horace Knightley, was it? Huh? What do you want? I'd like to examine the victim's body as soon as possible. And if it's possible, I'd like to question the president. Sorry, but I can't let you do that. What? I got another piece of news for you, and this one's a doozy. There's another piece of news? From here on out, this investigation will be handled by the Genfa police. What? What's going on, pal? This case is under our jurisdiction. You have no right to interfere. You're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? The president knows about you solving the Yatagarasu case. I'm honored. That's why the chief prosecutor designated you to be in charge of the case. It seems the chief prosecutor made a little appeal to the president. But it looks like you're on the wrong you're the wrong guy for the job. I didn't know you'd have this kind of reaction. It's the president's orders. If you oppose, you'll cause an international incident. Capiche? Ugh. Hey, little lady, get over here. We'll continue your questioning inside the president's plane. No, I didn't do nothing. Hey now, don't be a baby. You scared of little Genfa justice? This guy has so many unique, highly detailed sprites, I'm thinking that Knightley will be a recurring character in this game. Mr. Prosecutor, please help me. Miss Swift. It's clear that Miss Swift was the person in the red hood. However, that doesn't mean that the whole truth has been revealed. I really didn't do it. Please believe me. Is it really all right for it to end this way? All I see is a girl with eyes full of fear, pleading for help. Certainly not someone who's committed a heinous crime. If I stand aside now and do nothing, the truth will be lost to the darkness. Looks like Edgeworth needs to be a knight himself. A white knight. Huh? What? What? Huh? What the? You... Silence. What the is an impolite way to greet someone. Your neck injury has yet to heal, and you've already forgotten. No, not you. Not now.
It seems you've remembered.
Hey, what are you doing? Cut it out, pal. You've got some nerve to do that right in front of a detective and a prosecutor.
So stop. Stay out of this. He's out of your league. Mr. Doe, who on earth are you? I am not merely a simple ice cream salesman. He's a professional assassin. His name is Shelley D. Killer. Shelley D. Killer? There's no one in law enforcement who doesn't know the name D. Killer. An assassin who will carry out any request without fail. He was once involved in a case I handled.
Yeah, I guess the reason he's going to such extremes right now is because he learned that the president is alive. He needs to get onto that plane.
He was once involved in a case I handled. It's been a while, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Although I do believe this is our first face-to-face meeting. The real assassin was you all along. That is correct. I received a request from a key individual to take the president's life. I should have seen his face before in the case files. Curses, I was careless. I'm glad I hid a knife inside my bandage before I entered the park, even though my calculations were a little off. A knife? Not a gun. Now, Mr. Knightley, shall we play that game you love so much? Of course, the stakes will be your life. What are your demands? I want you to relinquish investigative authority back to Prosecutor Edgeworth. Investigative authority? What are you playing at? I simply want you to allow Edgeworth to continue his investigation. Huh? Why do you want that? Rook is an opponent who is connected to me by fate. I would like to discover the truth about his death. When that man died, the investigative authority was transferred to you. I am simply asking you to give it back to this prosecutor. With your life at stake, this really isn't the time to be stubborn. Why, you're just using the investigation to get close to the president. And what if I am? Indeed, in order to continue the investigation, it is necessary that we enter the president's plane. As the leader of the president's bodyguards, I won't allow it. Oh, I thought you were only second in command. Now that Rook's gone, I'm in charge. I'm not sure if you're as capable as Rook was. What are you saying? I'm totally the leader now. Very well, in that case, please exercise judgment befitting of a leader. You can lose your life here needlessly, or will you allow the investigation to continue? He's using the investigation as an excuse. Why would he go to all that trouble? What is this man thinking? Prosecutor Edgeworth, I trust you have no objections. Let us continue the investigation. I think this is the best place to end things. Like, goodness. This just feels ridiculous. And not in like a usual Ace Attorney way, I mean. Surely a huge entire crowd is watching this happen. We heard the rumblings of the crowd yelling earlier when Nicole was starting to be accused. And on top of that, I'm sure they're now surrounded by the police. Say D. Killer has his plans go off without a hitch and he gets onto the plane and he can kill the president. What the hell then? How could he possibly ever escape? Well, I mean, who knows, maybe escape isn't even part of his plan. Maybe he just wants to finish his job that he was hired for and face whatever consequences come of it, you know? God, this is weird. And was it implied that Shelley was the one who injured Knightley's neck? I do wonder. Yeah, you would think the neck brace would block the knife, but I guess there's still the chin, huh? Yeah, I did see on the mini-map, on the bottom screen, or the right screen here, that the plane would be an explorable area. I feel like there's something huge about this that I'm missing. Something maybe in clear sight. I do feel a little bit suspicious about Knightley. But it's like, I don't know, I still feel like Shelley could be a red herring. Just a little something does not feel right. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out next time. Maybe next time we'll finish this intro case here, and we can move on to bigger and broader things, so looking forward to that. I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Ace Attorney Investigations. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.